All right, so what is the coronavirus? I decided to make a video after I've gotten asked at least 1,000,000 times. Maybe not 1,000,000, but enough to the point to where I felt I needed to make this absurd video. But to do so, I'm gonna employ the help of a very good friend of mine who some of you may already know.
Hey, what's going on? It's Ramon.
And together we're gonna try and help explain what exactly this virus is.
You one ugly motherfucker.
Should you be worried?
Sit down, Miss. I had to stop her from screaming.
And ways to not only live through this quarantine, but live your life afterwards.
Hey, what's going on? It's Ramon the Tiger. It's amazing.
So pay attention, enjoy, and I apologize for any language that is less than colorful.
Weird boobies.
Or maybe too colorful. All right, first and foremost, before we get started, I want to make it abundantly clear that this is in no way making fun of the situation or diminishing what the virus has done to certain people when they have lost their lives, gotten sick from it, lost work, lost their jobs. I understand this is a very serious situation, but I'm trying to bring certain common sense things that we should all, number one, have been doing, but number two, start doing to prevent things like this happening in the future. Our immune system, our health is imperative to making us healthier, making us stronger, evolving us to a better version of ourselves and a species. We will get through this, we will grow from this. There's a silver lining to every cloud, and we need to find one during these times. So again, this video is not to diminish what this disease is doing or has done. It's just common sense rules presented in a funny way to kind of make us laugh, because laughter is one of the best defense mechanisms we can possibly exhibit.
Because laughter's the best form of medicine out there.
Be a friend and take care of those who need it. Put the human back in humanity and make the best of what's around. I hope you enjoy it. The 10 common sense things you should be doing to prevent the coronavirus from taking control of your life. Rock and roll.
Quit fucking smoking. It's a respiratory disease. Why are you still smoking and bitching about corona if you're puffing on cigarettes? What's the matter with you? This is common sense. And if you like marijuana...
Hijo de la chingada. Is that a joint, man?
Fucking eat it. It's better. It's delicious. And it's a better high. I think I should know. Rock and roll.
All right, number one, cigarette smoking. You know, everybody's worried about finding masks and washing their hands and putting gloves on to touch doors, yet they are more than happy to pop a cancer stick in their mouth and start smoking when this disease specifically targets your lungs.
What did I quit smoking for? I like smoking. I'm no quitter. Get a lot of pleasure smoking. I love smoking. It's my hobby.
Well thought out. This day and age, number one, we know exactly what cigarettes do for you, and none of it is good.
What? Oh no!
So the effects cigarettes have on our immune system, first and foremost, should deter you from smoking. Our immune system is what kind of defends us against all kinds of pathogens and protozoa and everything you can possibly think about in the environment. Look at this! What smoking does for your cardiovascular system, number two. Again, your cardiovascular system is how you get your nutrients where they need to go. In this case, defending you against all this shit in the environment, including the coronavirus. So why are you smoking? It makes zero sense. This is a respiratory disease, and smoking is the worst thing you do for your respiratory system. Cigarettes, they're gross. There's zero positive benefit from it. They ruin your lungs, they decrease immune function, they fuck up your cardiovascular system, and they predispose you to things such as cancer and getting the coronavirus. So stop. Common sense. Just stop.
Stop with the processed sugar. What are you doing? If you're gonna eat like shit, you're gonna feel like shit. What the hell's wrong with you?
First things first. Where's your shit at?
That's what the coronavirus wants. It wants you to feel like shit so it can work.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
You're helping the goddamn thing out.
All right, now tipping the scales, and another horrible thing you can do to your body is give it refined sugar. And again, I know it's delicious and I know it's easy, but it's fucking horrible for you, and you should know that.
Loving you, and you loving me. Oh, you know you got to.
It's been directly linked to blunting the way your white blood cells work and decreasing your immune function. If you're worried about the coronavirus, that's the last thing you want to do. Not to mention all the other shit that it does to your system. Diabetes, morbid obesity, risk for cardiovascular actions like stroke and kidney failure and heart attack. But if you're sitting at home right now in your quarantine and you've loaded up on Twinkies and snacks and Doritos and Coke and all that kind of shit, and you're worried about, again, washing your hands and putting a mask on, to try and get yourself healthy, do some research. Google glycemic index. Google simple versus complex carbohydrates. Google what sugar does to your system. It's fucking horrendous. It's horrible for you. It's horrible for your health. and it's horrible for your immune system, which is what we need to fight the coronavirus.
Get some proper sleep. There's a reason you sleep 1:30 a day. It's important. That's how your body heals. That's how it repairs. That's how it prevents this shit from spreading. Get some fucking sleep.
Then you have sleep. You do it 1/3 of your life, so it's obviously important for many things. When it comes to your immune function, the most important thing that it does is it helps produce cytokines. Cytokines are proteins that basically help with inflammation and any type of infection. The less sleep you have, the less cytokines in your system, the more at risk you are for catching the coronavirus, along with every other virus that's out there, and there's a lot of them. The amount of hours you sleep is not as important as the quality of sleep.
I'm just a big toasty cinnamon bun. I never want to leave this bed.
How much you sleep, that varies per person, usually anywhere from 6 to 8. There's a couple tips to maximize the type of quality of sleep you get. Number 1, you got a TV in your room, get it out. Watching TV basically stimulates your body to be active, to be thinking, to be reactive. Just because you turn off the TV at night doesn't mean you turn your brain off. Number 2, stay off your phone an hour before bed.
Get off the phone.
The more active you are right before bed, your brain assimilates the feel of your sheets, the smell of your room, the spatial arrangement of your furniture.
Get off the phone.
Your bedroom needs to be the most boring room in your house, and this includes sex. There's a lot of other fun places you can be doing that.
If you need to drink, drink in moderation, not to inebriation.
I'm not drunk, all right? I just have a speech impediment. And a stomach virus.
Alcohol can be fun, it can be great, it can be a stress reliever. But when you have too many drinks, you fuck your system up.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
So what you should do is have 1 Corona, not 10. You'll get the coronavirus even worse.
You'd keep your mouth shut if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
Holy cow.
And now for one of my favorites, and the thing I got the most questions about is alcohol. Listen, I completely understand the need to drink, be social. It helps relieve anxiety, helps increase mood, all of which are extremely important when it comes to decreasing the stress in your system and increasing your endorphins, which help fight the virus itself. The problem is when it goes from moderation to inebriation.
Hey, I'm on vacation! Happy birthday, Jesus! 7 major milking, 6 major milking, 5 major milk.
If you are going to drink during these times of quarantine, drink smart. Here are some rules for that. Number 1, drink in moderation, not inebriation. We're all adults here. Let's start acting like it.
What? Oh no!
Number 2, avoid sugary mixers, your Cokes, your juices, your tonic waters. Cut that shit out. And for every glass of alcohol you have, make sure you're drinking water with it just to keep yourself hydrated. I'm in no way telling you not to drink at all during this time of quarantine and mass hysteria. Absolutely not.
Thank you for being a friend.
Go dry reds, no whites, no champagne, no rosés, things like vodka on the rocks, tequila on the rocks, add some soda water, maybe some scotch. We are not in prison.
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
Oh, motherfucker, you can't have my cornbread. That's for damn sure.
Enjoy yourself in the end, because the happier you are, the better your immune system will eventually be.
Get off your ass and move. What are you doing sitting there? Holy cow. Get your immune system up. Get your cardiovascular working. Shame on you. It's ridiculous. You wouldn't have this problem.
Get off your ass and move. Yes, exercise, obviously. Exercise has so many benefits for you, it's insane. Exercise helps flush this kind of virus from the lungs. It helps improve the way white blood cells attack it, as well as the amount of white blood cells we have to begin with. The endorphins you get from exercising help boost your system in general and relieve stress, mobilize your lymph and get everything moving and get your body connected to itself. This is all a common sense thing that we should have been doing well before this, and again, hopefully we will start doing it well after this. Maybe this is our gut check to finally start taking care of ourselves, something we should have been doing a long time ago.
Get rid of all the stress in your life. This includes the news. They're trying to fill up 24 hours by scaring the shit out of you.
Heroin, sex, machine guns, flamethrowers, murder. There's no story here. We've just found that ratings go up when we say those words.
Why do you keep watching the same shit? It's never gonna change. Live healthy. You'll be fine. If you're in a bad relationship, get fucking rid of it. It's horrible. It causes stress every day. Too much stress brings your immune system down, and the coronavirus loves that.
Oh my God! Do you know what it's time for? A sexy party!
Fuck that coronavirus.
All right, one of the most important things, again, stress reduction, because when you're stressed, cortisol is released, cortisol brings down your immune system, and the coronavirus wins.
Release the hound.
Step one, turn off the news. All they're doing is creating mass hysteria, mass fear, which is ridiculous. They're filling up a 24-hour news cycle.
Find out what common household item can kill you, your family, and everyone you love right after these commercials.
So stop. Just stop watching that shit. It's insane. Step two, decrease your toxic relationships. This includes friendships, families, lovers, relationships with your boss, with coworkers. Any type of relationship that's giving you stress right now, back off of it. This is good for not only helping fight, the coronavirus and boosting your immune system, but in life in general. Life is too short to waste time on shitty people.
Why so serious?
Just relax. The more relaxed you are, the better your immune system is, and the easier this is going to be to get over.
Get proper nutrition and a lot of it. I mean, holy cow, you don't just heal out of thin air. Your body needs food to make stuff that makes your body even better. Eat every 3 hours. Make sure it's good. Your body needs things like vitamin C and zinc and minerals and all kinds of crazy little things that we don't know about because we're never taught for some fucking reason.
Shit.
So make sure you eat every 3 hours. It's the most important one of them.
Then you have a no-brainer such as nutrition. Clearing a virus doesn't just happen. It's not magic. It takes hormones, it takes nutrition, and it takes a fully functioning cardiovascular system. Things such as zinc, selenium, iron, copper, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin E, they all play a very important role when it comes to how our immune system works, how we clear a virus, and how we live life every day. It doesn't stop with just getting the good stuff into our body. Getting the bad stuff out of our body is also important. Proper nutrition and tailored detoxification are two very, very important things when it comes to boosting your immune system, boosting how you operate throughout the day, and boosting life in general. So take this time in quarantine, research it a little bit, I'll provide some links, but at the end of the day, this is your health. Start paying attention to it because it is not a right, it's a privilege. So start being healthy.
Hey, if you're unhealthy, yeah, you should probably steer clear of a bunch of stuff. But again, this is an opportunity to get yourself healthy. Your health isn't a right, it's a privilege. And if you don't take care of it, you lose that privilege.
You may shake my hand if you like.
Well, under the circumstances, I'd rather not. Mr. Burns, I'm afraid you are the sickest man in the United States. You have everything.
You mean I have pneumonia?
Yes.
Coronavirus?
Yes.
Hysterical pregnancy?
A little bit, yes.
There's a reason you should be scared, because you haven't taken care of yourself. If you're overweight, lose it.
Are this all your lunches? You mean you eat other people's lunches? Stop it!
If you're smoking, stop. If you don't exercise, maybe you should start. There's a million different ways to be healthy, and it's good, and you don't have to worry about this shit as much. The nation literally has a snow day. Make sure you use it. Don't waste it. This is an amazing opportunity.
I see.
Have fun with it. Get healthy with it. Be smart about it. You are your most important asset, so maybe you should start and invest in it so you don't have to be scared about stupid shit like this virus.
And guys, come on, let's use this quarantine as a snow day. We have all been given time off of work to stay home and do what? Watch Netflix and snack?
I love chocolate.
Eating what you want regardless of how healthy it is, not exercising, not drinking enough water, not getting the right kind of sleep, getting stressed out about everything you can possibly think about in life.
We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
Let's take this as a moment to get serious about who we are, what our health is, and where we're gonna go with our life. The overall disregard for our health and expectation that somebody else will take care of it down the road, I mean, it's rampant this day and age. You can treat your body like a temple or you can treat it like a tent. Take these 14 days and map out who you are and how you wanna live. Because at the end of the day, we are all waiting for that one heartbeat that transitions us into the great beyond. It's not my responsibility. It's not your doctor's responsibility. It's not the healthcare industry's responsibility. It's your responsibility when it comes to how fast we find that one heartbeat. It's totally up to you.
Drink a lot of water. You should be drinking so much water you turn into a fish, for Christ's sake. Why don't you want to drink it?
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
It's 70% water. It's fantastic for you. It's great for your immune system, and the coronavirus hates it.
H2O.
Coronavirus.
H2O.
The more water in your body, the better your immune system feels. And your immune system's how you fight everything, so you gotta boost it up. Try 3 liters a day. You'll pee more, but you feel 10 times better.
All right, so water, here we go. Yes, you are 70% of water, meaning that the totality of who you are is 70% H2O, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
When it comes to health, again, water is the carrier of oxygen, and oxygen is the giver of life.
Everybody's doing it.
One of the major ingredients when it comes to defending our system against pathogens, viruses, bacteria, protozoa, you name it. On top of that, water actually helps clear away toxins as well.
Oh, yeah!
How much water to drink in a day? 2 to 3 liters is great depending on who you are, what you do, and how active you may be. Personally, with the amount of exercise I do, as well as making these kind of videos for everyone, I go through about 1 gallon. If you're drinking things such as alcohol, caffeine, high sugary drinks, you're gonna need to up the water intake because all of those help diurese the system, which pulls water out of you. So you do have to replace it. So the long and skinny is, the more pure water you get in your system, the better defense mechanisms you're gonna have to fight the infamous coronavirus.
And the easiest and most fun one is be happy. Do some fun stuff. Learn something. Because when you're happy, your body does all kinds of great stuff. It decreases stress, it increases endorphins, and it stops you from being anxious.
Yes!
Smile.
Yes!
Live.
Yes!
Laugh.
Yes!
Have sex.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Go crazy. It's an amazing time to be alive. Have fun.
We're going streaky! Yes!
Never stop living your life like an experience. It's not a condition. And when you're smiling, the whole world smiles back at you. Except the coronavirus. He hates that. He hates when you're happy. It's not good for him.
And finally, laugh and never stop living.
That's your problem. You're living up here. You gotta live down here. In the impulse zone.
Biophysically, what happens to you when you smile and when you laugh is extraordinary when it comes to fighting infections and increasing your immune system. Don't stress, find things that make you giggle, be with people you love, reconnect with lost loved ones, reconnect with family, map out your future, make lists of what you want to see. Look forward to life, never look back at it.
Be deliriously happy, at least leave yourself open to be.
And never forget, life is an experience, a beautiful one at that. It's not a condition, it's not a virus, it's not a quarantine.
Not a tumor.
It's not a death sentence. It's only as beautiful as you make it. Rock and roll, God bless.
And happy quarantine.
What's wrong with death, sir? What are we so mortally afraid of? Why can't we treat death with a certain amount of humanity and dignity and decency and, God forbid, maybe even humor? Death is not the enemy, gentlemen. If we're going to fight a disease, let's fight one of the most terrible diseases of all, indifference. Now, I've sat in your schools and heard people lecture on transference and professional distance. Transference is inevitable, sir. Every human being has an impact on another. Why don't we want that in a patient-doctor relationship? That's why I've listened to your teachings and I believe they're wrong. A doctor's mission should be not just to prevent death, but also to improve the quality of life. That's why you treat a disease, you win, you lose. You treat a person, I guarantee you'll win, no matter what the outcome. Now here today, this room is full of medical students. Don't let them anesthetize you. Don't let them numb you out to the miracle of life. Always live in awe of the glorious mechanism of the human body. Let that be the focus of your studies and not a quest for grades, which will give you no idea what kind of doctor you will become.
Mr. Adams, please turn and
don't
address
wait
the
till
board.
you're on the ward to get your humanity back. Start your interviewing skills now. Start talking to strangers. Talk to your friends. Talk to wrong numbers. Talk to everyone.
Mr. Adams.
And cultivate friendships with those amazing people standing in the back of the room. Nurses, they can teach you. They've been with people every day. They wade through blood and shit. They have a wealth of knowledge to share with you. And so do the professors you respect. The ones who are not dead from the heart up. Share their compassion. Let that be contagious.
Mr. Adams, I demand that you turn and address the board.
Sir, I want to be a doctor with all my heart. I wanted to become a doctor so I could serve others. And because of that, I've lost everything. But I've also gained everything. I've shared the lives of patients and staff members at the hospital. I've laughed with them. I've cried with them. This is what I want to do with my life. And as God is my witness, no matter what your decision today, sir, I will still become the best damn doctor the world has ever seen. Now, you have the ability to prevent me from graduating. You can keep me from getting the title and the white coat. But you can't control my spirit, gentlemen. You can't keep me from learning. You can't keep me from studying. So you have a choice. You could have me as a professional colleague, passionate, or you can have me as an outspoken outsider, still adamant. Either way, I'll probably still be viewed as a thorn. But I promise you one thing. I am a thorn that will not go away.
Is that all?
I hope not, sir.